Working Accountants. Welcome to my Expert Tally Training YouTube channel. My name is Babu. Today in this video, we are going to discuss about the TDS on payment to contractor or subcontractor. Actually, it is called as payment TDS on services. Out of that, this is one of the service. TDS on payment to contractors or subcontractors under section 194C that we are going to discuss. So in this case, before entering into the topic, I request to you, so everyone visiting my channel, don't forget, please subscribe my channel once only. To subscribe channel, don't forget to subscribe. And then next to the subscribe button, there is one bell icon. Click the bell icon and select all so that you will get notification for all the videos which I upload in my channel. And also share my channel with all others. Okay. And one more important thing is, everyone please visit and view or watch every video till the end. Don't skip any video in the middle. If you skip in the middle, you will understand or you will know the topic up to that point only. A balanced topic or subject, you will not understand. It is like a half knowledge. It is a waste of time, but no use. Okay. And see, we are attending the colleges. You will attend the college for degree or PG or anything. You will attend and will sit in the college 3 to 4 hours every day. But here we are learning Caddy Prime from professional software. So to learn this is very useful to our career and our life. That is why we have to spend time. Each video will be around 40 to 50 minutes, and maximum it will be less than an hour. You have to spend that, view the video, view the end, then you will understand the full topic. You will get more knowledge. You watch one, twice, or thrice, you get more knowledge. And if you work out or practice the illustrations or examples given in the video, if you practice them twice or thrice, then you get very good knowledge, expert knowledge. So now we will enter, don't forget. And after watching that, please subscribe and like the video. After watching that, the video is good. Please like the video. If you like the video, YouTube people will share this video to many people so that many people can learn this topic. Okay, now we will enter into the topic. So see here, we'll enter the topic. First of all, so what is TDS? TDS means tax deducted at source. That means generally we are learning for services only. Services only. The services we are learning. Services means we get service from a person, and for that we have to make the payment. So on the service value, before making the payment or after the time of payment, we have to deduct some amount at a certain percentage, and deduct that amount is to be paid to the government. This is called as TDS, tax deducted at source. That is income to the other person. And the person who is making the payment, he has to take the payment. So he will get the service and he will has to pay. That person will deduct that amount. So that person is called as the deductor. The person who has to pay the money, payer, is called deductor. And the other person who will receive the money is called the payee, and he will receive the money, and this amount we are deducting. The deductor is deducting money from the other person. So other person is called as the deducting. So in the books of the deductive, the projects are very simple, but in the case of the deductor, lot of things are to be made and many entries are to be made. So in that case, we learn only the books of the deductor. Deductor also I will take up later. In the books of the deductor, we need the entries. How to do? Okay. First of all, there are a lot of sections, section 194 to 192 to 194. There are a lot of sections. In these sections, there are some subsections also. 192 only one subsection is there. 193 also there is one subsection is there. From 194, we have lot of subsections dealing with different services. So making payment to a service is called nature of payment. What is the payment you are making? For what? For what service? It is called as nature of payment. So there are lot of services. So there are lot of nature of payment. So each subsection deals with one particular nature of payment. So there are a lot of subsections in that. Out of that, you will take up a few subsections. But if you know this, All other subsections, the making the entries and everything is same. Okay. In that, first of all, we will take up a very important subsection because every business will have this. So TDS on payment to contractors or subcontractors. First contractor or subcontractor is doing any work for us with for a certain price. The advertisement or catering, housing repairs, or any building material, maybe building labor supply. Okay, like that. And advertisement and supplying some labor and also something, many other things like making advertisement and all these things, making he is working and completing a work for a price. It's called as contractor. So contractor is not a building contractor, making any work for us for a price. So for contractor, we will do to some other work, some part of the work to others also. It's called subcontractors. This is covered under 194C. Another one is payment to transporter. Transport is also a contractor. Okay, but here the nature of payment to contractor, and separate nature of payment to transport separately given under the same section because he is also a contractor, but there is a little difference. That is why in the tally under the nature of contracts, nature of payments, under 1494C, both nature of payments are given separately. So this one will take up in the next video. In this we are taking this. Okay. Now, when making the entries, the deductor has to deduct the amount from the amount payable to the deductee. So how it will be deducted in sense, first of all, the deductor he must have eligibility. That is, persons means there are many persons, individual HFs and many types of SSEs. Out of that, individual HFs, any person has to deduct the money. Any person means except individual HF. The individual, any person has to deduct any type of any type of deductor, any type of person has to deduct the money except HF and individual HF. Individual HF, VO, VO is body of individuals, then AOP means association number. These four deals with persons only. That is why. So these four people, they must have something like, if they have business only, that is, they get the services, they receive the services for business only, they have to deduct. So for business means if they are doing business and also their business income, that is the turnover of last financial year is above 1 crore. In the case of a professional, the professional fees gross receipt is above 50 lakhs. 1 crore business and 50 lakhs for professional. If the amount crossed in the last year, then this year he has to deduct. If you don't have business, any individual, HF or DY or association of persons, they don't have a business. Even if they have business, the limit is not crossed, then they cannot deduct the TDS. Okay. In other cases, they can also deduct the TDS, and in the case of others, company, HF, firm, everything, not HF, company, firm, any theoretical cooperative society, everything, all other types of associates, they can direct, they don't have any restriction, only individual HF, UI and AOP also only have the restriction of business with, that is called, if they cross that limit, they have the liability for tax audit. So if they come under tax audit only, they can deduct, otherwise they cannot deduct. Okay. So here, this is the eligibility for the deductor, that is the liability for the deductor. And so that amount will be deducted depending on the what they call type of the deductee. So out of these individuals and all different types of persons. So depending on the type of the deductee, the percentage is fixed. If the deductee, the other person, deductee is individual or HF, then it is 1% is to be deducted on the taxable value only. If there is GST, on the GST, TDS should not be deducted because GST is payable to government. So when you are paying to government, you're paying the tax. Again on the tax, you cannot deduct and pay to the tax again government. So it's not correct. That is why it should be deducted only on the taxable value. In the case of others, individual and HF, except these two, that is the deductee, except these two, any other deductee, it is 2%. And the deductee is everything in the contractor or transporter, they must have PAN card. For income tax purpose, they must have PAN card. The PAN card will be, see, PAN card will be A, B, C, D. So, 5 alphabets, 4 numerics, 1 alphabet. This is the form of the, what you call, this is the form of the PAN card. But the persons who are directing, and these 2 persons, that is individuals or any detective, they must have PAN card. If they have PAN card, this rate applies. If they don't have PAN card or the PAN card is not furnished, the PAN card number is not furnished, without PAN, the deduction will be 20%. So it is a higher rate, very high rate. So if they have PAN card, these are the percentage, 1%, 2%. Without PAN, 20%. Okay. But in this case, this is in the case of the detective. Okay. And in the case of the deductor, when there is a liability to deduct as per the norms, when there is a liability to deduct the tax, the deductor also must have a number. For income tax purpose, everyone will have a PAN card number. For deduction of this tax, TDS and there is another thing called as TDS, TCS. For TDS and TCS, you must have another number card called PAN number, PAN card, PAN number. So PAN means tax. TAN means tax account number. So the full name is tax deduction and collection account number. So that is also same thing like TAN is like the PAN card with a little difference. In this case, the last alphabet is okay. Last digit is alphabet, it is okay. Okay. The first one, there are 4 alphabets in the PAN card, 4 alphabets. In the TAN number, alphabets are only 4. 5 there, 4 here. Numerics are 4 here, 5. Just opposite. 4 plus 4, 5 plus 4. Here 4 plus 5. The last one is D. By default it will be. Okay. So 4 alphabets, 5 alphabets and 4 numerics. 4 alphabets and 5 numerics. The PAN card number is required to the deductor to get the amount. Okay. And after that, they will take the payment, that everything is in this. And now we will go to the problem. So in this case, Krishna Electronics paid the amount. Paid is Krishna Electronics actually not paid. Krishna Electronics received bills from Ramakrishna. There is a phone number, a contractor for the following bills for common bills. So these bills are received from received following bills. Received the following bills from Ramakrishna, a contractor for plumbing services. Received the bills. So for that I have to create the account. So the party that is the company. This is called the company. Deductor. He received from the Ramakrishna for servicing. So Ramakrishna is the service provider. Ramakrishna is the detective. Here deductor is the company. That company has to deduct and we have to create. I already created. We have to search for that. Instead of that, what we will do is in the search bar, we type the name Ramakrishna, Sri Krishna, Krishna Electronics. See Krishna Electronics. If you select this, so you can click this, and in this, what to do? So in this, I already created. So go to this one, go to alter, you can see how the company is created. Company creation is same. After creating the company, you go to F11 feature in the case of a new company. I already created in the case of existing company, you have to go to F11. So maintain accounts, enable bill by entry. Then we are doing business. Not only this is not our business. This is on our service we are purchasing, but our business will be purchasing, selling goods and everything. Okay. So we will have the inventory also, purchasing and selling. So maintain inventory yes, and maintain and integrate accounts inventory, both will be yes. And then here, generally the goods and services goods will have GST also. So GST bills are to be activated. And then the next third one is now GST required now, TDS is required. So enable TDS, tax deducted source. So this we have to enable now. So for our trading business, this is not required, all other required options are required. For this deducting the tax, this is required. Make it yes. Then you have to see. So we require the PAN card. So when there is a liability for us to deduct the tax, TDS, we have to apply for the TAN number. Apply for the TAN number to the, we have to make application to the income tax department. They will register your application, their registration number. So this is different. Many people, they both, they will write the same. But this is registration number for the application. And after that, after making the, checking the application, if they grant the number, they will inform the number and they will give the card. So TAN number they will give you. The TAN number will be 4 digits alphabets, 5 digits numerics, and 1 alphabet. And the next one is our deductor. What is the deductor type? Deductor type, according to deductor type, the percentage digits. According to deductor type, you have to take the deductor type also. Here it is, see here, the fourth, that is P, that is person. So person is individual or region. Individual, branch Hyderabad. Here, person responsible. Yes, that is responsible to make the deductions, making the payments, filing the returns. All this responsible. Make it yes. So here, name, will do the details, what is the designation, accountant, manager, partner, proprietor, like this, and give address, everything, PAN card number, all the details that you and come down. Here, rate and exemption limits given here. Exemption of threshold, it should be not exemption. Threshold and exemption limit should be there. Not rate is not given. Threshold and exemption limits are given. Ignore IT exemption. This is actually ignore IT threshold or exemption. This is only threshold limit, minimum limit, not exemption. If the limit is crossed, deduction is made for the total amount, not on the excess, for the total amount. So for example, limit is 20. If it is up to 20, no deduction is made. If it is 25, crosses 20, if it is 25, and total 25 deduction is made. Okay. So here, we should not ignore the limit. Ignore the limit, you have to take the limit into consideration. No. And now we are only dealing with TDS and services. There will be no stock, only for one section, 194Q there, that deals with purchase of goods. This is purchase of service, purchase of goods. Then only you have to enable the TDS for stock items. Till that, it is no only power and accept this page. Now, see here, what we do is, first of all, we have to enable the TDS in the features. Then in the gateway of Tally, go to create, and here see accounting masters, inventory master. Go to statutory master. Since you activated the TDS, there is one. What is the way you are making the payment to which service? Called nature of payment. So TDS nature of payments, you have to create here. Since I already created, so we'll go to alter button. You can view and go to statutory masters. TDS nature of payment. You get nature of payment. You take up. What is the nature of our payment? Payment to contractor or subcontractor. Contract. The transport will take later. The transport is also a contractor, but everything is same in both the cases with little difference. Okay. Rates, deduction, limits, everything same. So payment to contractor or subcontractor. If it is not there, you can create here also. You can create, and it's already available. Go see this, how I create it. We need not write TDS. What is the nature of payment? Where are you paying? Making payment to contractors or subcontractors. So you can set new section of the 194C. Then come down. What is the section 194C? Payment code. There last 3 digits you have to take only. So give the 1 and 94C the payment code. These are required in the challan we are making the payment. Okay. And then come down. Remittance code. Remittance code means whether you are paying voluntarily, deducting and making the payment, or you are paying in response to the notice given by the government. The government gives notice, then we are making payment, it is 400. We are making the payment by deducting and making the payment voluntarily, it is 200. And after that, here, I told you already. So in this case, there will be 2 limits. One is for each bill, individual bill 1 limit, and to aggregate for 1 year, there is 1 limit in this case. In another case also there, in all other cases, only 1 limit for the whole year. For this 2 years, one is for individual amounts and other is the total amount. Here after the number, the option should be there. So to get that option, go to F12. So allow single bill value. Yes, to make it as a single bill value. Value limit for a single bill is 30,000. That is for single bill. And then for the total limit, Total limit for the 1 year, total aggregate limit that is given at the end, threshold limit 1 lakh. So 30,000 for each bill, 1 lakh is for the total 1 year aggregate limit. And here, after the rates will be given for individual HF 1%, for other type is 2%, 1%, 2%. But if there is only with PAN, if there is no PAN, so individually, if there is no PAN number, 20% is common to everyone. Without PAN, 20%, 20%. But this also will not be shown sometimes. Here, here, only with PAN only will be shown. Without PAN will be shown. Even if you don't show it, automatically it will deduct 20% if there is no PAN. But here, if you want to show it here, again go to F12. See here, this is the single bill. So tax rate without PAN. So allow tax rate without PAN. Make it yes and accept. So then without PAN, showing 20%, 20%, and 1 lakh is the total limit. Okay, now let's create this out, and then we have to go to limit. So enable TDS in left-hand features, create the nature of payment. Then go to the ledger. Here, what is the thing going to deduct on the services from a party, services from the deductive. So the services and the deduct account we are creating. So plumbing services we are creating. So plumbing service charges we are making payment. So name plumbing service charges, and now it comes under indirect expenses, and all this not applicable, not applicable. GST is applicable. If the GST rate is given, you get CGST and GST also, and here you have to give. So as per company, you take out specified details here, give the SAC code. Okay. And then here also rate, specified details here, taxable, and you will give the rates. But now rates are not there, so I ask this one. And after the rates, so there is no rate, that GST, so no tax taken, income tax, input tax taken. Then type of supply, it will be by default service only. That is, and after that, you have to enable the, here in this case, this is GST is enabled here. In this case, TDS is to be enabled. Yes, yes, and here it will be undefined. It will be undefined. But see, is TDS applicable? Space bar, if you click, you will get this window. Select applicable. Only one line will be there. If you select it as applicable, select it as applicable, then only the second line will come. Nature of payment we already created. This nature of payment, accept. And then go to the person, Ramakrishna. So then what you call this person is the following is from Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna is the contractor. So we have to deduct it. No. So Ramakrishna created, and he is the creator because you have to create data, device details, and it will be known like this. Okay. Is TDS applicable? Is it applicable? So we have to deduct from this person and the services. So yes, it will take and deducted type. So what is this type? So you see his PAN card is given. So in the PAN card, both letters P, that means he's a person, that means individual. So okay, he is individual, and you want to deduct the TDS in the same voucher. That is, we are making the purchase voucher for the service. So in the same voucher, you have to make the service deduction, make it yes. Okay. And in this case, in this yes also, we can do the nature of payment. That is nature of payment. For that, there is an advanced option. Go to F12 on the other side, right side, GST details, and after that, you will get TDS details. TDS details are given below that. Allow advanced entries in TDS master. Make it yes, you will get an option here, extra option. If you get the option, if you click this, it will ask you the nature of payment. So nature of payment. Okay. After that, you need that. You can make it yes, and also you can give here not applicable. Ignore, don't ignore. Ignore. Applicable means you can ignore. Ignore not applicable. So you need that. Do all these things. After that, it will be no by default. It will be no by default. Just leave it on. Or even if you don't want this also, you need that activate this also here. You need that activate this also. Yeah. TDS details, sir. TDS details. The TDS details, the advanced features that you can make. It's not required actually. So that will not be there. If it is not there, it will not show the nature of payment. It is given many times. Not a problem. Then directly you go address, state will give the PIN code number. India will be default. And we have to give the this one. What is all? We have to give the PAN card number. So this PAN card number is to be copied here. If it is registered, so you have GST registration number. In the registration of PAN card number will be there. Here that PAN card number you can copy here. You can copy and paste here. If he is unregistered, take the PAN card from him. The only PAN card is given means unregistered. So PAN card is given, unregistered, and it's so these two over Ramakrishna, the party, and the service. And we have to make the tax ledger because GST collecting and making the payment, you are creating GST ledger there. Here now, TDS is deducted and making the payment to the government. So we have to create the TDS ledger. So go to that one. TDS payable means collecting and making payment to the government. It is payable to government. TDS payable, there you can add 194C also. So TDS payable 194C, for example, it comes under duties and taxes. Then comes on what is the duty? TDS and nature of payment. This one, payment to contractor. So if you do like this, so it is a create TDS payable for this section. So we have to select that payment only. So like this, there are many types of payments, many nature of payments, and then we have to create many for each nature of payment. We have to create TDS payable 194C, TDS payable 184I, 184, like that. Instead of that, so for all the different natures of business, this payable tax TDS ledger can be single ledger, that is common ledger. So in that case, create only TDS payable, no section. Come down here. Here payment, that is the nature of payment also. Don't select any person. Take any. That means any nature of payment, all nature of payments. Nature of payments will be different. That collection amount will be in the same ledger, common ledger. So select any and sell. Okay, this is over. And generally, you have to make the payments by bank only. Tax also we have to make the payment by bank. But other parties also will make the payment. I don't know what happened in this. If I select bank entry, it's stopping taking time. Okay, no problem. We'll take that. Now we'll go to vouchers. See here. Is the system has received the bills. So we have to enter the bills, then making the entry, billing the bills, and we have to show the direction also. Okay. This one, that means we are purchasing the service. That is purchase service or goods. Sale goods or services. We have to use purchase voucher and sales voucher. Some people, what they do is they make the entry in journal voucher. So in journal voucher, they can make no problem. But TDS will calculate. But in the journal voucher, if there is GST will not calculate automatically. So in that case, we have to enter only in the purchase voucher. GST also will be calculated. TDS also will be calculated automatically. So instead of calculating some without GST in journal, with GST in purchase voucher, we will enter only in purchase voucher. So date F9 purchase. And see, we are doing business with what you call with inventory. So in such case, the purchase and sales vouchers will be in what is the item is there, nature of item, name of item. It will be in item invoice mode. It will be item invoice. Item invoice mode it will be. So we will make the entries for the goods and everything in this method. But for this service entry, not only once, many times, for this TDS or service entry, non-notice is purchasing any service. In that case, we have to use only for services, we have to use accounting invoice. So here we have to make change it to accounting invoice. So particulars will be there. Okay, below the particulars, we will give the service. Above that, we will give the name. So we will give the date first. First one is 1/4. 1/4 is the 1/4 is the date. In 1/4, we received bill for 20,000. From whom we will use bill number 025. What April? Party name is Ramakrishna. That is the deductor is Ramakrishna. So all the details are there. Accept. And the service is plumbing services. Plumbing services charges that is allocated 20,000. So here, after this, after the service, if there is GST, you have to CGST or GST. There is no service here. After the service, you have to give the TDS. There is no GST here. You have to give the TDS. Now here, see, the amount is 20,000. Single bill amount is also not above the limit, less than the limit. It has not crossed the limit, and aggregate amount also not. If the total amount is Ramakrishna, there is no more. This is the first bill. So total amount is not there. Total aggregate amount not cost 1 lakh. Single bill value not cost 30,000. So if you take TDS payable, it will not calculate because it is under the limits. It will not calculate. Go down. So new bill, the new voucher, new article, new reference 25. That is 25 is the bill of the supplier bill. If you don't do this, it will take the purchase voucher number. It will take. You should not take that. Give the bill given by the supplier. Okay. The second bill when you receive 1/5 receive 25,000. 1/5 F2 click here. Click F2 you 1/5. 1/5 25. So something will have 250. Some number you will give. The name is the same party and accept, and the service. Service may be the same or different service you can get. So now it is only plumbing services. Plumbing services. The second bill is 25,000. So here also no GST. Now the tax you have to deduct now. So check up here also. The old bill is 20,000. That is the first bill. Now it is 25,000. So it cannot cross single bill value is not crossed, as well as aggregate also 25 plus 20 45 not cross 40. So TDS will not be calculated. TDS payable. So amount is not calculated. Okay. Second one, new reference, that bill number. Okay. Next, the third one. That is on 31st May. 31st F2, 31st May. So number will take up 852 something. Okay. We'll read it. Name is the same. Ramakrishna, accept, and the service are plumbing services. And the third bill also 30,000. Here also 30,000 is the single bill. It has not crossed 30 is the limit. 30 is the exact limit. 30 is not crossed. So cannot be deducted, as well as the total amount. Even if the 50 is not crossing, but total is crossing means you have to deduct. So 45 plus 30, 75. So aggregate amount also is not crossing. Single bill also not crossing. So if you take TDS payable, see, it is not calculating. So come down here and this is the okay. Now the third one is 26. You will take up the F2, 26 you are taking. Here we will do the bill number 926. Okay. The same person, Ramakrishna, accept, and here plumbing services, and here amount is 30,000. So here the single bill value is not increasing. The single bill value is not crossed. It is not crossed, but the total will be already 25,000 is 30. Total amount will be, total bill value will be, what is the amount? 1,05,000. So it crossed to 1 lakh. That is why. So when it is crossed on 2nd June, when entering this one, the same day, when you have to deduct this bill as well as all the old bills also. So come down here. So here, single bill is not crossed. Even if it crossed, you have to deduct. Plus total is crossing means you have to deduct. Here, single is not crossing single bill, but total is crossing. So we take TDS. See, TDS payable. The single bill is 30,000. The single bill is 30,000, and 1% is 30,000 into 1% is 300 rupees. So this is the amount of this bill. So come down, here, come down, come down. New reference is 30,000 is the total bill. 30,000, again the same number, come to the end, hyphen, but just only for information. TDS 300. So 30,000 is the credit amount payable to him. 300 rupees to be deducted from him. 300. So balance is 29,100. It is showing the same minus 300. It is showing minus deduction. So 29,700 is over. So this is okay, but this is okay, but this is okay. But you have to deduct the old bills also. In this bill, we deducted. In this bill. In these other 3 bills also deducted. It will ask you, here, come down. Here is it. It is asking. TDS is not deducted from the previous bills for Ramakrishna. All the old bills not deducted. Do you want to deduct? No. Now you want to deduct? No, we have to deduct. But it is given. This message window will appear only once when the exemption limit is crossed. So total exemption limit, total, that is aggregate threshold limit is crossed. So we'll make yes. Do yes. So what is the date? 2nd June. Then what is the name? Party, Ramakrishna. Nature of payment, payment to contractor. Utility is tax payable. That is TDS payable. Do that. So all the three old one. So this is already deducted. Last one is already deducted. Old bills are three bills. So one is 20, 25, 30. So 20,200, 25,250, 30,000 is 300. Okay, this is deducted. And now after that, so here we have to against bill. Which one? First one is 1st April, that is 25. 1st April in this, the amount will be 200, totally 700. The amount will be 200 because it is 20,000, 10% is 200. Okay, 200. Next bill is 1st May. So against reference, next bill is 1st May. It is 200, 25,000. The amount will be 250. And the third bill is 31st May. Against 31st May is the third bill. The other one is 2nd June, 30,000 directed 300. Now we are directing out of this 3,300 rupees. This is more to be directed. Okay. Okay. But one thing we did here, something wrong everybody is doing is here. So this is the last bill. So that the amount is directed on that bill. For the old bills, it is we deducted here. But all the old bills are pending. You see, every month when there is deduction, the deduct amount is paid into the bank, government, in the next month before 7th. And the balance will be paid to the party. If the thing is deducted, total amount will be paid to the party. So it is April, May, June, April, May. So nothing is paid to them. Actually, when it is deducted, the balance not deducted, total amount will be paid to him. That is not recorded. Actually, we will record them when the amount is paid to them. Okay. So April amount will pay, May amount, June amount, I mean this June amount, these three amounts will pay. This amount will be paid now, just now we deducted. Then later date we will pay. All these can be paid so that we can show it as paid. So we will show. Just to show that now payment also will actually we have to pay. Then only every month we will pay. At the end we will direct and pay. So here we take up payment we take. So this is on first one is 1st April. So for example, we will make on 2nd April. 1st April we are not deducted, and we directly pay to the government before 7th of next month. But till paid to the government will not be paid. To the party will get a balance. Now nothing is directed. So to whom we paid? Ramakrishna. We paid the first bill is 20,000 rupees. So 20,000 rupees, not deduct anything. 20,000 rupees are paying against reference 25,000. It is showing as 19,800. But is this 20,000? So that is why it already deducted against this bill. That is why it is showing now we will take up. Now we will not take it because so since we already deducted from these bills, now the balance is only showing. That is why we have to make the payments every month after deduction. The balance we have to pay, otherwise total amount we will pay then. So we will go on paying, and at the end deduct from this, and all the bills also deduct from this amount only. Deduct from this amount only. This I will deduct. So I will remove that. So we'll make that in payments, and last deduct to not show. So we will make in number. Okay. So now we will make the payments. Okay. Go to vouchers. Here, not journal payment will take up. First of all, 2nd April, we will make the payment of Ramakrishna 20,000, and then against reference 20,000. They are making payment. Total amount they are paying. Cash I am paying now. Cash I am paying. Okay. And then second one is 1st May. We will make on 2nd May. 2nd May we will make. 2nd May again Ramakrishna. And what is the amount? 25,000. 25,000. There is only one bill. So 1st May the bill. 2nd May we are paying 25,000 rupees. Okay. Pay the amount. And what is the third bill? Third bill is the 31st May. So 31st May is we will make on the 1st June. 1st June I am making payment to Ramakrishna. What is the amount? 30,000 I am making the payment. 30,000 I am making the payment. 30,000. Say 31st May bill making payment on that is paid. Okay. All these three bills are paid. All the three bills are paid. And now see here, go to table. All the three bills are paid. So every month 20,000, 20,000, nothing is deducted. The total amount is paid. In this is deducted, and now we have to after this deduction, we have to deduct the bills of the previous months also. So it is not showing that. So it will be shown you once when the remote is closed. Now how to use what we can use? Now we can do is you can go to voucher. You can go to voucher on one and what is the date? 2nd June. So 2nd June is the last payment. On 2nd June, we have to go to the voucher. That is journal we have to go. Through journal only, we have to deduct journal. So we cannot deduct that automatically. We can deduct manually. Go to autofill. Autofill, if you go autofill, it automatically fills up. What are you doing? TDS deduction are making when on 2nd April and Ramakrishna, nature of payment, we payable. So it's everything here. So here itself, it will ask you whether to deduct. We made yes, so the same thing will come. Now what we did, we made, now we have not went back. We have not taken that. That is, yes, we made, we remove that. As you make no also, it will not deduct. Can go to the voucher journal, you can make it here also. Suppose if you go on from the beginning itself, you are going on making the payment. At the end of reaching that, to show the indicate, to show the message, you make yes, then the same thing will be shown there. So first bill 20,200, second bill 25,000, 20,50, third bill 350, 300, and the fourth bill already deducted. So like this, you can make this one. So actually, so here it is showing the correct exact amount showing. You see for the first one against reference. So bill is there, bill number is there, but amount is not there. So but is deducted means it is deducted in the current bill. Okay. So the amount is not there. Against bill, these bills amounts are deducted and the bills not pending, already paid. That means the total amount will be deducted from this bill only. From this bill only, total amount will be deducted. So debited, stated. And now, you see, this is to be paid to the government. 250, 750 and 300 is 1,050 for total 10,000. Total is 1,05,000. So 1% is 1,050. You have to make the payment. Before that, you see it already. That's how this is showing the reports. Go to display more reports. Go to statutory reports. Go to TDS reports. So here, for the TDS, it will show the report for a quarter because you have to file the return in a quarter. So payment is made every month. But now, quarter, after the quarter only, that will show that we have to file the return. So in this case, 24Q is for salaries. For salaries, 24Q, residents or non-residents, Indians or other country people, residents or non-residents, for salaries, 24Q. For other payments, other than salaries, residents separate and non-residents separate. 24Q for residents, 24Q, 26Q for residents, 27Q for non-resident in the case of other payments, other than salaries. Now it is other than salaries and all residents only 26Q. So 1st April to 30 June it will show. So the total amount is 1,05,000. That is 1,05,000. Deductible is 1,050. Deducted. So one bill and 4 bills. Total amount deducted total. So the amount payable is 1,050. We have to make the payment. So this is over. Now we have to make the payment. So already deducted. Old bills deducted, old amounts deducted 10 minutes. 10 minutes will have paid. Now all the bills you deduct now in June. So July 7th, we have to make the payment. And in July, we have to file the return also. So July 7th, we have to make the payment. And filing date is next month after June. Next month is July 31st. We have to make that. We have to file the return. Now we have to make the payment. Here also we can make the payment here. Because this is April to June, we are making the payment in July. That is why if you take stat payment, it will show TDS and all these it will show May to May. It's July, but May to May is different. Wrong. Because we are deducting up to June. So this is wrong. That's why what to do is keep it here without closing this. Without closing this, we can go to and what we have to do, we have to make the payment entry. That is voucher we have to create. Create voucher. What is the voucher we have to create? We have to create payment voucher. So payment voucher. And what is the date? 7th July. Maximum, or we can take 6 July also. 6 to Right. 6th July. Before 7th, you have to make payment. Suppose we paid on 6th July. So 6th July we paid 6th July, and we have should not make it manual, automatic it will do. So go to Control F, autofill. Control F, autofill. Start payment, statutory payment. Okay. What is the payment? TDS. And the period first, because we deduct in June. So 1st June to 30th June, and we deduct up to 36. We deduct up to the month end. We deducted only on 2nd June for this party. So for different parties, we will deduct up to 30th. So that up to 30th, we have deducted 194C, the nature of payment, and then we deducted from the non-company deductees. Non-company deductees. Okay. And then all our residents, and then we are paying through bank only. That make to bank tax. Parties you can pay cash also. Generally, tax you have to pay through bank only. So what it will take some time. Bank if you pay is taking time. So click that because you are making payment. Bank is there, HDFC Bank. So it is taking time. So to make it enter, now it is processing. Run means processing. Now processing. So we deducted 3. 1, 4 we deducted. All the 4 is showing. See, all the 4 it is showing. These are the old bills. This is the latest June bill. Okay. This is the June bill. Okay. Right. Check the billing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 6th June, 6th July. So made payment. Okay. Wow. Now you see, after making the payment, so sorry, we are here. First April to 30. So we are here, but still it is showing balance payable because we are looking up to 30th June only. We paid in July. That is why on 30th June it is showing, and you can see the correctness. We go back here. So 26 below that. TDS outstanding. Click. So no amount is outstanding. It is already in this case it will show up to 6th July. Up to the payment date it will show. Their return will show exact dates, but here it will show 1st April to 6th July. It is paid. And now just simply paying that is not enough. So we have to enter the challan details also. That is called challan reconciliation. So click this challan reconciliation. It will show 31st July to 31st July. Yes, that is paid. Report is June directed, paid in July. That is, it is showing July 31st to July 31st. So July 6th, 1st June to 30 June. That is the time. And the section is this one, non-company resident. And you have to see it's not moving here. So here you have to click Alt R reconcile. If you now it will move. Okay, everything is okay. Now check number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Check date 6, 7. PSR code for each bank will have a code. Each bank will have a code for banking. Before filling this, before filling the reconciliation of the challan, so we must have the challan. We have to make the payment of that. Entry is made. So and then we will make the with the entry, we make a challan and pay in the bank. So for that, go to the day book. So this is the amount paid. This is the payment entry. Because bank entry is taking some time, you don't know what's happening. So here, this is TDS payable. So this is the payment entry. So we have to online if you are making, go to the income tax department, e-pay taxes in that, select the TDS, then form number 281, that is the challan form 281, and fill up that and make online payment. Or if you want to make offline, take the check with the challan and pay in the bank, then you have to print this challan. Control F. So this is the payment voucher. Go to preview. So this is the challan. So F for June. See here, TDS challan number 281. It will always show the assessment here. This is 24-25 is the accounting year or finance year. Next year is assessment there. And then deductor from TDS deductor source form, non-company deductees. So it is the, so our PAN number, name, address, and then name, address, and everything here. And here details of this one. See type of payment, that is payment code 94C. 194C will not be shown. Type of payment is 94C, and then payment code is 200. Remittance code is 200. We selected the amount, no the penalty and all these things. And here it is given in boards. And here we first made it and closed it and then made it. That is why the check number here, the check number and the bank also will be shown directly we make. So we already entered cash. We already entered, then again closed. I did this. That's why it is showing. It shows the check number and cash also. This is the count file. Here also check number, cash, everything is there. This challan is to be printed. This challan is to go back, go back. Here, if you click print, you will get the print of the challan. And after printing the challan, the person paying the amount will enter the signature here and then go to the bank along with the check and make the payment. Okay, and make the payment. So, okay. So after making the payment, we will get the challan. Sorry. What they do is control P. So after making the payment, they will take the upper part and the count file they will give you in two places, their part and our part. They will put a stamp in that TDS code, challan number, everything will be there. So we have to make entries for that in the bottom, that is in the report. So in this case, go to TDS report, then 26 is now you go here is that activity, and here only go to the challan is to be reconciled. That is challan details should be given. So after making the payment, you will get the challan details. Then we will reconcile this. So the alt is called alt R. So then it will move. Otherwise it will not move. So here check number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, date 6, 7. Then DSR code 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 numbers, challan number 5 numbers, and then challan date also 6, 7, and then here select the bank and the address, I mean branch, Amir Pet, for example. Amir Pet, enter. Now, so challan is reconciled. So now challan is reconciled. There is no due amount. And here, if you go to this report, if you show the next report, because we paid in July, in showing this next report, only payment, but no entries are there. So if you take 1436, so here, still it is showing here only, because it is not, we are showing up to, if suppose, if we see up to 14, we take 16267. That is 16 is the 6 months is the deduction month and payment is under. So in this case, if you go to 6th one, see here uncertain transaction will show because we reconcile that it's not showing. See balance, see total paid. So it is on the upper part showing amount paid, balance payable, no amount paid because it is paid in July. So first July, first July you will take everything. 1st July to July, 1st June to July. June deducted, July paid. So it is showing like that. But if you see the from April to June, it will, up to June 30, it will show payable. So this is about that. This is the payment of that is TDS on services for 194C. So in the 194C only, another contractor transport is there that you will take up in the next video. So Vishal, one more thing is, okay, tomorrow I will tell you. So all the best.